Hey everybody, this is Daniel. We're here today in Eastern Cemetery. This is in Louisville, Kentucky. We are right next to Cave Hill Cemetery, which is really well known. It's a very, very big cemetery. We got a brief drive through, but they were closing when we got here. This is Eastern Cemetery right next door. It's not very well kept up. Everything that's done here is done by volunteers and veterans to keep the place up and running. It's been closed since I believe the 1980s as far as being a working cemetery. The story behind it all is that it was established back in about 1840. A couple interesting facts: this was one of the first non-segregated cemeteries in the area. It's also one of the oldest cemeteries in the area. There were a lot of stories over the years that they reused graves here, and some of the urban legends are kind of that's kind of riled up spirit here, that things are kind of not necessarily happy here all the time. There were a lot of other stories, ashes found in one of the buildings after they closed the place that never got distributed. There are stories of the children in some of the graves being buried very shallow, like a foot, which sounds kind of crazy, but it sounds like there was a lot of maybe mismanagement over time and stuff, and that's led to a lot of the legends and such. But mainly the place has been closed, like I said, since the 80s. So it's seen its share of vandalism and stuff, and I'm really glad that there are groups that are working to preserve this, because it's pretty spectacular. It's a very big cemetery. We've already seen some stones that date back to births in the mid 1700s, so that's pretty wild. So we're going to poke around a little bit more and see what we find, and knowing me, I'm going to probably do some kind of an echo vox session or something while I'm here, because why wouldn't I? So Eastern Cemetery EVP session. Daniel. We're here to pay some respects to your cemetery. If you're here with us and you'd like to say hi, you could pop right in, talk into this device. We might be able to hear you. We've heard that there might be some spirits in here. There's a lot of urban legends and a lot of myths as well. So we don't really know what's fact and what's not. like mulberries from here. They're mulberries. They look like mulberries to me.
Here's good.
We have a mulberry tree.
And they're ripe.
And they're ripe.
Look at these.
I will be here the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Now we're trying this.
Now we're eating.
Hypodermic needle over here under the tree.
Nice. All right, so Stephanie was just giving me some statistics on the burials here at Eastern Cemetery. What did you say, Steph? How many?
So there are 16,000 plots in the cemetery, but there are records of 138,000 bodies for the cemetery.
That's crazy, because that's like more people than like live in Traverse
Which
City.
they said the discrepancy, part of the discrepancy is because there were mass paupers graves, but also the double burying
Right.
or double
People
use of
burying,
the plots.
yeah, and reusing the plots. That was actually how they said they found it, was because of some of the paperwork trail. And then like there was like a whistleblower, I think back in the 80s, that kind of told on them that they were reusing the plots and stuff. So it just sounds like some shady operations, I guess, to some extent, you know. It's
Definitely.
like, so, but I don't know. I mean, it feels at peace. I don't feel anything bad out here. So I think that the people are cool here. So, and like always, I hope that they find peace and rest. So cool. We had a momentary distraction here as we located the mulberry tree of the cemetery. And by gosh, I'll tell you, if you've never gone and gotten some mulberries fresh off the tree, you're missing out. What a tasty treat this cemetery has provided for us. Thank you. Thank you, cemetery. Yes, a little extra fertilizer never hurts to grow the mulberry trees. Stephanie's demented mind. And I am a little leery still of the grass, because I know there are like actual like poison snakes here. But I'm taking my chances. I'm hoping they'll just get out of here. All right. All right, I'm drawn over to this stone now. Lizzie, yeah. Lizzie, are you here with us? I'm way down here in this thick grass. I feel like I'm gonna get snake attack or something down here. Another mulberry tree, but these ones aren't ripe.
Same mulberry.
It's a really neat tree right there. Okay, Barry, I'm seeing something. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm seeing something a little bit weird. There are about 13 or 14, maybe 20 even birds down in this one little area down here on the ground. That's kind of weird. I'm going to approach this. Yeah, I just wonder what they're finding there that's not everywhere else out here. That's what one would think. I would think that. So I'm kind of curious as to why those birds are all going to that one area, that one spot. I'm gonna go with my instincts and I'm gonna go down there. And I think maybe that's where I need to do some sessions. It's interesting because this spot, the grass is cut also. Mary, I think this one has a portal on it. Like, I think you need to reach your hand down in there to find out where that portal goes. They all have them. It must be a spot to put a some kind of a flower thing or something, maybe. It's 1972, 1973. Robert and Scotty Lee. Together forever. Bertha Payne. Elsie Lee Thompson. 1971. She was born the same year as my mom. Interesting. They're on to us.
You're not the only one.
So Steph, if you want to film for a few minutes over here, I feel like this is where I should do a session because this is where all the birds were gathered. You know how birds can sometimes be affected by, you know, electromagnetics and stuff? I feel like I should do an Echovox session here. What do you think?
So last year there was a group of 8th graders, incoming 8th graders at St. Francis of Assisi School, and they were here cleaning up the cemetery as kind of a project to try to dignify life, you know, and they don't normally do things in a cemetery, but because of COVID, they figured this was probably the easiest way to do it without having everyone crowded. So there was a small group of the 8th graders who were digging up dandelions, and their trowel hit some cement, and they uncovered, and there was just a whole section of where babies were buried.
Oh.
And they had temporary grave markers that had been sitting there since who knows how long. So they got it cleaned up, and now they are working with a local like a headstone company to try to get more permanent markers for the babies.
That's awesome. Very cool. All right, we're gonna fire up the Echovox. Helps if you turn the volume up. All right. My name is Daniel. Who's here with us? We kind of felt like we were directed down here. There were just a lot of birds right here, which was kind of weird.
Almost all World War II vets.
I saw there's a lot of veterans here, yeah. World War I here.
World War II. There's on World War II.
Are there any gentlemen here that served in one of the wars? Can you tell us your name? We kind of want to know your story a little bit more. And this felt like a good spot to try and get something from you guys. Some history. Can you tell us where you fought, where you were at during the war? Were you killed during the conflict? Leave. We don't mean any disrespect. We heard a lot about this cemetery. We really wanted to visit it. Can you tell us anything about yourself? If you can tell us your name, we'll gladly move on. This one's wild because it's sinking into the ground, so it's just kind of weird. Any name at all. If you could give us a name on one of these stones, that would be great. Can you tell us who you are? I mean, we have a lot of names around us here. If anybody's here, can you give us your name? Please? Sounded like a Charles. I don't see a Charles. Did you say your name was Charles? What?
I sat down in those mulberries. Stained my pants.
Oh man.
Wait, one of those looks that we're supposed to record? Beth stained her pants with mulberries. Alright. So, did you find one? Hello? We're trying something a little different here to see if you can contact us. You know, I like to ask when I go places, is there a portal here? Can you tell us your name? Ludwig? Can you be a little clearer, please? Sheep. Gruff, like as in the billy goat gruff. I only say that because last night we were out looking for the goat man, and I've been kind of joking a little bit that he's been kind of following me and stalking me, but then you sit and think, I'm like, maybe I'm gonna manifest this stuff, you know, so I don't know. Goat man might be here. There's a lot coming through, but I'm not making out a lot of it. Can you give us anything about your story, about your life? If I say one of these names, maybe you can hear me. Noble Richie. Are you here? Well, that sounded like a confirmation. What year did you die? It's cold. Can you see us? Everybody's saying it's cold. They're all telling us it's cold. It sounds a little bit like a baby. TT flies down here, they're trying to bite me all up. Yo, what's up? They're keeping an eye on us with the eye in the sky helicopter over here or something. He looks like he's looking for something, but I don't think it's us. He's kind of circling around over there. Right. We're gonna move on. All right. Let's move on. High five.
That's not solid. It's not stuck on there.
High five. Betty Chris Davidson. died in 1950. She was only 10 years old, babe. She was only 10. Sorry, Betty. I'm sorry, Betty. I hope you're at peace. Somewhere better. Sound of angry cicadas. What'd she find now? All right. I'm gonna follow her. Anderson.
Oh, it's weird thing.
Oh, it is.
And this is the other family.
Charles Anderson.
Champion of rights and justice lawyer.
And civic leader. Kentucky legislature. 1936 to 46.
What does that say?
I can't tell what this other one is.
Yep.
Commonwealth attorney.
United
Appointed United
States
delegate to United Nations General Assembly, September 2nd, 1959.
by President Dwight D.
By
Eisenhower.
President Eisenhower.
Wow.
Interesting. Just before I was born, he was like appointed. I was like, I was riding around inside my mama. Well, that was cool. That was worth the walk over there. That's neat. Bacon! Oh, that's not funny, is it?
Pearl Yates.
Pearl Yates. I love some of the names, like, you know, like you don't have a ton of pearls around anymore.
I came up with
It's a neat name.
Excuse me.
You're so polite, Beth.
I'm just,
I can't even wrap my head around that many bodies. I mean, I really can't. This guy was in the
maybe that's my Sarah.
this guy was in the army in World War II.
No?
Yeah,
Maybe she was at Waverly.
maybe.
That's possible.
I mean, it's crazy to think. I don't know what the heck that was.
Her, your wife,
Was it?
blowing on something.
A lot of A lot of veterans, a lot of veterans. This guy was in World War I, John Strickland. Miller Smith, Tennessee, Private 13, 159 Depot Brigade, World War I, it looks like. Wow. Respect. Mad respect
She was just
to the people here.
12 years old.
You all lived a life, man. I'm glad we could come out and visit you all.
And Seal and John. Oh, the Reverend.
Freaking place just goes on
Reverend
and on.
Cunningham.
Huh.
President.
Kentucky. I don't know all the abbreviations for stuff.
Presiding elder, Louisville District of Zion Church.
Hmm. What was the dates on that one, Beth? Is it? I'd tell.
1962.
Okay.
1930.
The cemetery was originally started, it said there were like two churches that kind of started it together. His name is General? Cool. Don't fall down, don't fall down. Bobby Lee. Oh, Bobby Lee.
One Vietnam vet died in 1970, so I bet he died in Vietnam.
Yeah, probably.
All right, thank you for sharing final resting places with us. Sorry I can't read all of your histories. Sleeping Willow. Mary Pafun. Pafun. P-F-U-N-D.
Thank Bobo.
Name.
We would love to hear about your life. We'd love to hear about this amazing cemetery. Whatever you could tell us. It's gosh awful hot out here.
There's shade no matter where we go.
Yeah. All right, let's head back towards that mausoleum. I heard some voices, but I mean, I've seen people going through, so. Is there someone here with me? I couldn't even begin to guess how many graves there are here. Hello? It just kind of goes on as far as the eye can see. It's much bigger even than I thought it would be. Not sure on that helicopter. He's just kind of circling around. They may have a spot where they land over there. He does not seem interested in us. Can you show yourself to me? Hello? Thought I heard something move over there, but it's kind of windy out, hard to tell. I'm just kind of roaming where I'm drawn to. I feel drawn this way. Maria Stoll. Father and mother. Chaz and Mary Conrad. Died in the 1890s. It looks like 1891 and 1893. It's crazy. Hello, can you speak to me? My name's Daniel. This would be a pretty wild nighttime excursion, I have no doubt. It's definitely a very peaceful feel to the place. We are here like with the utmost respect. We don't want to disturb anyone. Just looking for some information. Just trying to find out a little bit about you. Henrik and Ursula Kubach. He died in 1867 and she died in 1883. Amazing. These are probably some children's stones. Again, if there's anyone here with me, you can talk into one of my devices here and I might be able to hear you. You can tell me your name. You can say hello. I would love to be out here at night. That's not going to happen today, unfortunately. This is actually just storage. We have a predatory bird circling us now. Now we're in big trouble. Hello? He's giving us the evil eye. You coming in? He's coming in lower. You know what he's after? That chipmunk. He's gonna go eat that. He's gonna go eat that chipmunk.